Why, hello there. Welcome back to my daily long play stream. This is why I do a playthrough of my current game for a couple hours a day, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time from Wednesday through Sunday. I'm back once again playing Alan Wake on the Xbox Series X. This is a 360 version being played in backwards compatibility mode, and yeah, I managed to play through the first chapter yesterday called Nightmare. And yeah, the cabin that on the island, the cabin we were staying in apparently doesn't actually exist. So yeah, I'm more or less playing through all of the original Alan Wake plus its DLC and its expansion, American Nightmare, so I can be all good and set and ready for the release of Alan Wake 2 later this year. And I'll definitely be playing and streaming that game. So I'm going to pop in where I left off. And, yeah.
Honey, I'm home.
This early section of Chapter 2 takes place in a flashback sequence.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Ah, the missus is telling me to make some coffee. Okay, fine, whatever. I'll take a look around here, though. This is as close to, like, ooh, manuscript page. This is as close to, like, Max Payne that you get in this game, I think, is like this sequence. We're in New York. But yeah, I was unable to get any more manuscript pages out of yesterday's stream. These are all the books he's written. Notice that his name is more prominent on the covers, on the cases, than the book's spines in the front than the name of the book is. Look at those golden dual Berettas. Is that a Max Payne reference? Probably. Okay. Like it's snowing outside. Nice bathroom. A giant shower and a bathtub. Look at that. Think that's a Max Payne reference right there? Oh dear. Laundry in the bathroom. Like that's a very European thing. Ooh, radio.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised
The tri-state area being New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut.
and city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the third day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
I have played through all of base Alan Wake back when I got this game back in 2010, but I didn't play any of the DLC. I never played American Nightmare, and also didn't really spend much time like checking out the details. I'm hoping to accomplish all of that during this daily long play stream series, and I see no reason why I can't. Okay, it's just a dark room. Here's Alice.
Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
When I'm good and ready. Yep. Hey, hey, guess what? A writer has a lot of books. Surprise. Although I don't think they're all written by him. Any chance that we could actually read the titles of any of these? Mom's Survival Guide? What? I don't know. Can we go to the balcony? The game will not let us go out to the balcony. That looks like a TV. Actually, it looks like it's older than something from 2010. But he's yet to set it up. It's got a spot for it with some speakers. Yeah, I know, I'm stalling. I'm looking around. So sue me. I want to check out the detail. But it looks like that's as much detail as I'm going to get.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Alright. Stand mixer. A little disappointed I don't actually see it brewing. Oh well. It's a nice kitchen. Induction cooktop, I believe. Nice apartment. Looks expensive. Why won't it let me go to the balcony? And don't say because it's a blizzard outside. I don't care.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
I'm
Oh,
assuming this
really?
is her desk.
Well, you seem to think so
Is she a
last night.
photographer? I'm guessing she's a photographer. My desk is in here. I don't even have a computer in here, just a typewriter.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
I bet he did.
Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Why is the fuse box?
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay.
Oh,
Hi.
dear.
You
Hi.
okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked
I know,
me.
I know.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare
Oh yeah, I remember the clicker.
Sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you.
Do you think you'd have a
Even
prop
tomorrow.
on hand for a story you
Thanks for
just
this.
made up? You have had to have already had it made up, or it has to be true. Just saying. Bright Falls, present day.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come
Yeah,
see
we
me.
got some major
I'll let you get
dithering on
on
the
with it.
back of
Sarah,
Alan Wake's
Sheriff
heads.
Breaker is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
That is an exceptionally old computer right there. That's like something from the early 80s, and this game takes place in 2010. So this is like a 30-year-old computer. I know this is a small town and by a very underfunded police station, but still.
I
I'm
believe
sorry
you'll
you had
find
to
the
cut your
sheriff in her
morning
office.
fishing short for this,
Just
Doc.
go down the corridor. Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old
This is
fisherman like
something
me.
from the
But she's
90s,
right
a little
up
more
there.
reasonable.
Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You're good to go, Mr. Wake. Sarah's probably waiting for a chance to talk to you.
I bet she is. The police station. Yeah, this kind of looks like the police station in
Everything seems to
Deadly
be fine.
Premonition.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
She seems like a pain.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
I know you mean that
was
quarter.
Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
Like being in the way and being a nuisance wherever she goes.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the parade float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
They're not going to find him, are they? Isn't he the guy we just, like, took care of? Alright, good old me. Nothing but stalling.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
You think the sign pointing towards the sheriff's office? Think that's where I should be going? Of course not. Knack for winning contests. Yes, this is a picture of one of the developers on the team, isn't it?
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd locked me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I thought he quit drinking for good.
The light's on! The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here. Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different.
And you, sir, are
You know
quite
why you
wasted.
shouldn't even be in here? The cops, they got it all wrong. See, sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen. You gotta listen carefully now.
No, I think I'm good.
That wasn't
Ooh.
Danny. No, sir.
Is this one of the ones I'm
In
missing?
spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, The writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was?
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left."
So I went to the fence on the right instead.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and
Who leaves the radio out
God
like
knows
that?
I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go.
Another Ford branded vehicle.
Sheriff's Department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
Oh, a junker. I for some reason assumed he meant like a dumpster or something, but nope.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
And I also see a piece of paper for me to grab. I wish it would let me know if the one I'm picking up was a new one or not.
One last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from.
Ideally, it would only show the ones I haven't picked up yet.
The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Alright.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry,
Great.
listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
I'm gonna guess that this ladder connected to that lever there is gonna come into play at some point in this game, but not at the moment. Crap, how am I supposed to get out of here again? Apparently this video, yesterday's stream is blocked in like Russia or something because one of the copy songs was playing. I don't know, but whatever. It's exactly what I'm concerned about when they have like music, copyrighted music or licensed music in these games.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Alright. That guy's snoring awfully loudly. Okay.
Marvelous, sir. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Well, isn't that a
Are you feeling any better, Mr.
happy
Wade?
story?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. but I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Okay, that was unnecessary.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges.
He's still
Mr.
hoping to
Wake,
get me as a
my
client.
offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak.
Is that a
somewhere
Hummer?
in Elderwood
Kind of looks
National
like it.
Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max.
Oh, I thought she said I was just bringing you some rusty
Great to see
coffee.
you again, Mr. Wake.
That doesn't
Later.
sound appetizing. Way to be creepy there, Barry.
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you.
Uh-huh. Is the name of that fan site istalkwake.com? .net? Alright, let's waste some more time looking around, hoping to find like a manuscript or maybe some supplies. Well, I suspect that since my HUD does not show my current ammo count or anything, I won't be able to find
Al,
anything.
What you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice, and everything's just...
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that?
Why do you think you're the only one I've told this stuff to, Barry?
Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Even the... I'm pretty sure that's where the guy I just punched was talking to me about. Getting me set up with an extended stay at the funny farm.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Aw, doggy.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here.
Aw.
Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Puppy.
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky. Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Alright, I'll get it.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha! Let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
His character's not exaggerated at all now, is it?
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Oh, apparently he's also giving me a car to rent.
Just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's
Oh.
right below that.
So that,
Oh, and hey,
where that
if you
one
take
guy
a walk in the
broadcast
woods,
from?
Watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Right. Alright, easy walk. Watch out for bear traps. Got it.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds.
I know,
wearing
Barry, your
white shirts
jacket
with
looks
too
awfully
long
padded to
tangled-up
me.
sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York.
That is true.
Your choice.
We did not call for his help. And he's not exactly being helpful at the moment either. He's just sort of questioning everything I'm telling him. You know, isn't my agent the one person who's supposed to believe me unconditionally?
Al?
Because I'm paying him?
We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand.
If you
You're my best
understand...
friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Whatever that means. City boy has allergies.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Wah, wah, wah. You're not even doing anything. Alright. Well, I've got my, HUD back. Fortunately, I don't seem to have my gun on me. You know what that means? Means hoarding those, those 2 flare shots I had wasn't a good idea, because it seems like I lose everything at the end of a chapter anyway. Just saying. Yeah, I'm on the lookout for everything. Just like in the Max Payne games, I try to grab everything I can. I thought I was turning the lights on. Apparently they were already on. Alright, okay, there's the light. And there's another one. Alright. It seems like a nice place to rent. I wonder how much this place cost. In any case, yeah, I guess let's just start the long hike.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Walk through the door now.
Telling me I can't come back in, eh? Oh, now I have my gun. No flare gun, though.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Yeah, obviously. Oh, well.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it.
You know, if someone is kidnapping and threatening harm on your wife, you're probably gonna follow their instructions. And you're probably not gonna be put into a state of mind where you can make rational decisions about stuff anyway. So it's like, yeah, I think that's entirely understandable. The thing about these pages is that they do tend to glow, so if I'm anywhere near them, the camera pointing in the direction, I should be able to see them, right? Ah, crap. Jump scare. Looks like we have an area we can explore up ahead, and another cabin. I'm wondering if I could actually go in here. Apparently I can.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly.
That never sounds fun.
Check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of
Pie, on the other hand, always sounds good.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
A discount peach pie right now. Manager's special section at the nearby Kroger. Probably have some of that after the stream with my veggies.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Well, considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
I don't see anything else here. Okay, fine. I'll turn off the lights. Snowshoes? Oh, excuse me. Had a rather gnarly sneeze there. Came on pretty quickly, too. I barely had time to mute the microphone. Gotta be fast acting when you're streaming. No one wants to hear a loud sneeze coming through the mic. I imagine coughing is actually worse. I was sick a lot late last year and early this year. I wasn't streaming because of that. I mean, I kind of felt like crap too, but still. It's good that I didn't try to stream, otherwise I would have been doing exactly that, coughing into the microphone a lot. I probably don't want to go off the edge there. Just saying. It's probably not a good idea. Why would you bring a camper like that if you're going to stay in a cabin? This is almost certainly one I haven't actually seen yet. Actually, the only one of these videos I remember seeing back in the day was that first one.
But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
And it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Okay. I wonder if that's like a parody of the end of Twin Peaks season 2 or some reference to that. I don't know. Okay, aren't they gonna make a 4th season of Twin Peaks? If they do, I hope it comes out in a more timely fashion than season 3 did. What was it, 25 years? Other than this TV, there's nothing else here. Alright. Yeah. This game's taking advantage of the surround sound setup here. I think. Yeah. Moonshine Cave. Alright. Payphones. Remember those? No. Neither do I. You know, I don't think I've ever actually used a payphone. I mean, why? I don't know.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
Okay. Was Rusty the guy we rented that renting that cabin from? I think so. Come on, supplies. Give me something.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood.
That's pleasant.
My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
The book the manuscript referencing itself like that. So yeah, sometimes the pages can be pretty close to each other like that.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
What's going on?
Rusty, damn.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me! Anybody? Help me! Help me! Can you hear me? Anyone? Please help!
Hold on, I gotta collect this coffee thermos for no good reason. Actually, check to see if there's anything useful in here. Nope. Alright, fine. I'm coming.
Help me. Somebody.
I hear you, but I don't see you. Is this where I... Yeah, this is where I just was.
Back here. I'm back here. Hey, please help.
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on. The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters.
I don't think that page was there when I walked by there earlier. Hey, someone in the chat. What's up? How you doing?
Until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way. He felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
That's pleasant.
At the the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Hmm. Okay, I'm looking for... What exactly am I looking for? A generator?
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Great.
Rusty! Rusty! The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
I just need hunting licenses.
Just two of them? Looks like Rusty's gone.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
I was thinking it was this thing come to life, but apparently not.
Please don't feed the animals.
Fishing
is only permitted
for those visitors who purchase a park
fishing
license. Obey
the park ranger's instructions
at all times.
Rusty? Rusty, no!
Never
approach closer than 100 yards.
to bears and wolves. Never approach any other wildlife closer than
25 yards.
pets must be leashed.
Okay, this guy's a little,
Leave your pet on
slippery.
to remove any natural objects or historical artifacts from the park grounds. This includes even even simple things.
That took quite a few shots, didn't it? Quite a lot of light, too. Okay. Okay, this is not a good place to be. I was trying to escape from there, and then I realized I couldn't, so that's when I decided to start shooting. Alright, yeah, obviously I could have handled that better. Well, at least there's plenty of ammo here. Crap, that's like a lot of it. Alright. What's that all about?
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Not even me? Well, this is turning into anything except a relaxing walk in the woods. Yeah, that's the way the game's gonna do me. It's gonna give me a bunch of those pages at once and then none again for a long time. So I can never tell if that means they're not there or if I'm missing them. Oh, here's one.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Okay, that's sad. Ooh, nice waterfall. Is that where I just was, or is that where I'm going? I don't know. That's like a 6-pack of beer or something. Alright. Now, I've not encountered any those yellow arrows or signage pointing me towards like caches of anything. In this chapter here yet. Being a little concerned.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
I go in here. Oh, look, here's exactly what I was talking about. Maybe it'll give me a flare gun. I bet. I bet that's probably why it's called that. Shotgun. Well, no flare gun, but I got a shotgun. What's that sound I'm hearing? Right. Back to the critical path here. Oh, great. Thanks a lot. I was looking forward to that checkpoint. Thought I'd dodge that. Ah, crap. Didn't see that guy. Again, could have definitely handled that better. Someone's hat. They will not let me open up the porta-john. Probably for the best. Got a bright light shining in that direction, so that's probably where I need to go to. Eventually. Sorry, I thought I could see a yellow arrow there or something. They seem really concerned about people not feeding the wildlife here, don't they?
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on at the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
All right. Okay, yep. Now this is kind of a long walk here. It sounds like it's definitely playing like combat music here as well. Not good at dodging those axes, am I? Thought I was dodging it there. Alright. Uh, 66 meters is pretty tall, but I wouldn't call it beyond the stars. That seems like an exaggeration. Alright, well. Pretty good at two-shotting all these basic enemies here. That's helpful. They always seem to get the drop on me, which is not so helpful. I'm kind of low on ammo here. some signage pointing me in the direction of an ammo site certainly would be helpful. There's something up ahead. Yoink.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason, packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo, things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Okay. I just need to find where this chest is. Because it mentioned flares, and flares are good. Portable light source. I just had a thought. If this game were made nowadays, wouldn't he just be walking around holding his phone up in the air? With the screen turned to maximum brightness. That's dumb. Am I dumb for thinking that, or is that dumb that that would be the case? I don't know. I'm not seeing anything like that, what that manuscript described. I think that's where I came from, right? I know, I'm wasting time. Just trying to be somewhat thorough here, that's all. Ah, an axe-wielding maniac. And someone for tire iron as well. Ooh, I glitched out there a little bit. Ow. He hit me with his giant hammer. Got the big guy somehow. Oh, that got a little intense. Nothing over here? Really? Yeah, they don't always put stuff in places that you find. Oh, frustrating, but whatevs. Let's, carry on then. If I can get, like, nope. That's a giant felled tree, isn't it? Okay. Hopefully this serves as a checkpoint. And it does. Okay. A bit of town history there. I wonder if in a town this small, how many people actually go to any of this stuff. Okay. Manuscript.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze.
Agent Nightingale, is that someone I'm going to encounter? Okay, the answer to that question is yes. Oh, gondola type thing, right. That's not going to be scary or dangerous on any level. It's going to, in fact, be quite pleasant and nice. Okay. I don't know why it's not activating as a checkpoint here. Alright. On to the rickety and not at all safe looking thing, I guess. Is this why I get attacked by a bunch of birds? I don't know if I had a specific memory of that or if I was just making an educated guess. Who's this guy who's helping me, hopefully?
More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake! You better keep up. You set him up, and I'll knock him down, Wake.
Have to hold it down, okay. Apparently I lost both my guns. At all of them? I guess so. Hopefully he has unlimited ammo.
Lover's Peak. Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back.
What box are you talking about? This thing?
Just a little longer. Scare them off.
Hold it down.
Get right on those bastards. That'll keep them off us. Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's open. Move it or lose it. Like that, boy? Huh?
I'm gonna make sure I got to the checkpoint here.
Oh, you feeling better now, Wake? All cozy and safe.
If this guy's not the kidnapper, he
Better
certainly
get
is a
ready.
jerk.
They'll be on us soon.
Game is certainly addressing him as the
This is it,
kidnapper.
Wake. The last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake. That's right. Nailed you. That's right. You just keep coming.
They're climbing up from the behind.
Damn it.
Is this flare actually healing me as well? It doesn't look like it. No more flares in there. This guy seems big. I totally lit my flare. Why did that hit me?
See? Nothing to it.
Ah, crap. It wouldn't let me get that coffee mug. Coffee
Where's
thermos.
my wife?
I knew you were going to say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're going to bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her and
Oh, well, I guess I won't be able to collect that thermos.
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry.
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me?
Come back here!
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
I'm finding pieces of it. Obviously, there's got to be some sort of achievement for finding it all, right?
Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into
I'm
something
guessing
else,
malign is the
something
opposite
foreign,
of benign.
and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant until now.
All right. Game won't let me run while I'm on this thing. If I could have just dropped down from there, save myself the hassle. But I thought, you know, what if they are hiding something? Ooh, there. Looks nice and glowy and pretty. I wonder what's down there. Actually, I wonder what that light source actually is. I don't know. I wonder if I'll find out. Or if it's just like some mistake in the way the game is being rendered. First bear trap. Gotta be careful with those. Is there any way to like set those off? I see something glowy. Ooh, look, a manuscript. No, it's not a manuscript. Here's another. I'm certainly glad they're glowing like that, but also makes it so I'm drawn to them like moths to a flame. Like, ooh, is that a manuscript piece? Nope, it's another bear trap. Okay, let's keep going then. That's rather devious. They're hiding them along the off the beaten path where I'm likely to go to try to find manuscripts and such. It's increasing my chances of stepping in one. Yeah, if I can just do this thing. Alright. No achievement for that, but whatever. It was fun, I guess. This is a manuscript page.
Sarah didn't care about the legal threats Wake's agent had made. She let Wake go without argument, because there was something about him she couldn't quite put her finger on. Something that reminded her of her father.
Who's Sarah?
She didn't think Wake would hurt his wife. Then she thought about the way he waded into Hartman, that hair-trigger rage flaring up without warning.
Who's Sarah and who's Hartman? Is it possible that Hartman is the kidnapper? Because that would explain his rage against him. I don't know. There's a lot about this game that I don't remember. Like my seeming refusal to reload the batteries. My unwillingness to do so. Even against darkness monsters, headshots are still the most effective way.
What the hell?
Yeah, what's going on here? Don't mind me, I'm just looking for stuff. Hoping I can find a flare gun, honestly. The way these enemies are clustering up together like that, it'd be real nice to have. Having more difficulty dodging that stuff than I would like. I'm pushing the button, I'm just not getting the timing right. Yeah, I see that manuscript page. I'll get it.
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
Okay. Hunting rifle. I'm guessing that is for use against whoever is wielding the chainsaw that I'm about to encounter. Apparently there's nothing in here. And this is where I just came from. Alright, I'll hit up this checkpoint again and carry on. And that doesn't activate it again. Okay. Good to know.
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here. It was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
I do not remember a plane falling. Okay, apparently I can clear darkness off objects like that. Arrow on the... I think the game wants me to climb the wing here. I think. Did I screw up my chances of doing that? I'm not seeing any more arrows around here. And I can't go that way. Okay. I think I may have screwed up there. And maybe not. Ah, here we go. Alright. It's not a flare gun, but I'll still take it. Yeah, alright. Let's, keep on keeping on. I'd like to finish this chapter before I call it a stream, if I can. I'm hoping I can do a chapter a day. I realize that these chapters are going to get longer, especially as I take longer to play through them, but still like to do that. Flare. Good for when you're surrounded like that. That's exactly what the heck was that sound? All right. I haven't encountered a manuscript page in a while. Yeah, but it's also messy and tedious. And takes effort. By the way, who said that and where are you? Oh, that doesn't look safe at all. Ah, wheel. Okay, got it. Water wheel. Ow. All right. I'm assuming that stuff will harm me if I touch it. Intensifying the flashlight beam does not seem to make it go away any faster, which is a little strange. Yep, that confirms that theory. There appears to be nothing here. Ah, here we go.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
Okay. Conversation between two side characters. Must have gotten at least one new manuscript, right? Oh. Okay. Wasn't sure if I was supposed to jump that, but...
When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow
Crank?
The world had changed. Like the channel had been switched without warning.
Should have put in V for Valkyrie
and you're really
from
watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin,
Max Payne.
Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
I still have 2 missing pages from this. I guess the question marks means I haven't read them yet. Ooh, find this difficult and find this one in nightmare mode. Okay, I'm not doing that. So yeah, there's like actually no chance I'll have of doing that. I think I read that stuff. Does that mean that the 2 manuscript pages I did not find in the first chapter were ones I could not have found? Right? Ah, ladder. Got it. Maybe it does make it go way faster. Okay. This place is not in great shape, is it? Okay, so here's a question. Maybe a dumb one. Why am I climbing up to the top of this thing that looks like it could collapse at any moment? What's the rationale behind that? Apparently, let's get to these cliffs.
Be aware of Widowmakers.
You mean like you? The darkness wears her face. Okay. More ammo for the hunting rifle. I guess it's for those who missed the hunting rifle earlier. I don't know. Okay, let's... keep going. .42 rounds or 45 my revolver ammo limit. That wasn't efficient. Tougher ones here. So there's only one more missing manual script that I can actually find in this difficulty level. Oh yeah, I guess I'm heading towards that thing.
Loading is a hazardous occupation.
I bet. Jerk. Sorry, I was right to switch to the rifle there. Still, I did not handle that encounter well at all. Any ammo, supplies, manuscript pages around here? No. Nah. Now I must be nearing the end of this chapter if I'm not finding, if there's only one missing page left. Right? That seemed like correct logic.
Barry? Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door. Crazy? Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
So we're not heading towards the radio tower, we're heading towards the campground.
At the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods. I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster. and the headlights were a welcome bonus.
Oh, yeah.
The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it.
It's usually not the right call.
Call it instinct. His posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond.
Uh-oh, I'm going into the women's bathroom. I'm in trouble now. Ooh, rifle ammo. That's why you look in places. Ah, crap. I can't see anything in here.
I had to find the key to the garage.
I reached my hand into the toilet, but it wasn't a key that I found. No. Sorry. That's my kind of narration.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
Okay. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that makes you sound like a crazy person.
You can hold abomination as yourself.
Really? Had to come out of a locked stall. Didn't even flush. Alright, let's go. I think I got all the... Nope, there's still one left. That wasn't a missing one. That's one I'd gotten previously. Yeah, they aren't listed in order on there. You kind of have to use like a guide in order to collect them all. Right? Otherwise, you'd have to be really, really thorough in looking for them. Which clearly is more thorough than I'm being right now. I'm spending a lot of time looking for them too. But effort does not always equal success with me, so... Alright, let's, turn to Barry. Wait, is there, like, actual driving missions where you actually drive? I think so. Yeah, look at that. And I can boost the headlights here. I don't suppose I'm even supposed to be necessarily running all of them over. I think I'm supposed to get to Barry. Yeah, running over people is fun, just like in real life. What? I didn't say that. You can't prove it. Okay, I was wondering if I could actually get out of the car or not. Part of me wants to, like, explore around here. But I also want to finish this stream today. If I can. I'm a little hungry. This area seems like it'd be important. No. Guess not. Alright, back in the truck. That's where I was, right? This looks like the end of the driving section.
The flowgun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
Yeah, I got an achievement. Alright, cool. Well, I said, yeah, this chapter should be nearing the end, so use it or lose it.
It was the kidnapper. You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
Not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. Not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Crap, this is not my cabin. Alright. Nothing like revisiting areas I just was. Yeah, these must be the birds.
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
Alright. That's exactly what I need, isn't it?
I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
working on it, Barry. Put a cork in it. Put a sock in it. Put something in it. I'm totally dodging those things. That's not counting it. Not yet, you aren't. That did not hit, I don't think. That hit, though. Do I have to defeat all these birds? A lot of them. Come on, stupid birds.
Barry, you can open the door now. They're gone.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
Well, if I was, we're both having it together.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
At least it's daytime.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in
She
less
sounds a
than an
little
hour.
possessed, doesn't
See you
she?
soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the old
dear diner.
Good girl.
The old witch who gave us the key to the cabin that doesn't exist. In the middle, on an island that doesn't exist, in the middle of a creepy lake. Alright. This looks like the end of chapter 2, doesn't it?
Come here.
And this sounds like some licensed music that's going to make it difficult to avoid a copyright strike. So I'll hit the skip button.
On Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
Well,
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript?
that's going to
anyway?
just about do it
I
for
don't know.
today,
She's
folks.
resourceful. I told you were too hard on her.
But before I go,
Listen,
let me
I
take a
found
moment to
out
thank you
all
for
sorts
watching.
of interesting stuff while I was digging
I
around.
appreciate when people take time out of their day to watch my streams, whether it be in live or even in archive form.
FBI.
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come.
As a quick reminder, I do a stream like
I'll be
this
right over, Sheriff.
almost every day, 11 a.m.
Let's make this
Eastern
quick,
Standard
huh?
Time from Wednesday through Sunday.
Help you folks?
So, my plan is I'll be
Randolph.
back here tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, for more of my playthrough of Alan Wake on the Xbox Series X. And until then, take it easy.